Hey everyone, this is your girl T.U.O. I'm coming back to you with another happy day. Happy Wednesday, or where what I like to say is happy hump day. Okay, even though I ain't humping nothing. But it's the mid of the week. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. Um, unlike me, unlike me, child, I am tired. Okay. I've had my hair in for 2 weeks now. As you can see, this is 2 weeks. Okay. I did cut my ends and everything. It actually looks great. I'm not going to lie. So I really need a wash. I really need moisture. My hair is like super duper dry. I'm really tired. I need my eyebrows done. I may not be on camera for a minute because my eyebrows are going to be bushy for a minute unless I, you know, get them done. But, anyways, y'all didn't come here to hear about my problems. I did write down my topics that I wanted to discuss this week, though. Okay, I did good this week. I did good. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm starting to learn about my womanness. Being a woman, I'm starting to learn. How to play this. All right, so let me ease into it. Okay, it's a couple of things that I wanted to do. Hopefully, I don't forget. First thing I want to do is discuss this photo real quick. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Pull it up. I was watching a documentary, or one of the documentaries of the Beatles, um, and this you know surprised me. So I wanted to know if you guys ever noticed this, okay? Because I never knew about it, and so I'm wondering if you guys knew about it. And I find it humorous that it won't pop up. That's so weird. If you guys can hear background noise, I'm so sorry. It's too hot to close my window though. I'm gonna be real with you. Let me check my sound and everything. Hello? Okay, my sound is working. Okay, so the okay, there we go. I just want this picture. I want it to pop up. Okay, it won't let me just pop up that one picture. Um, Let me see. If I zoom in, let's go back here. All right, it's better. Hopefully, it shows like this. All right, I gotta make sure I do that. Please, when you come in, please like, comment, interact. You know. I like to hear from you guys. So let's see. Do y'all recognize this album from the Beatles? And I heard about John passing away. Okay, that looks pretty good. I heard about John passing away, and I was trying to figure out which one of these was John, right? We already know who Paul is. You know, he has a very distinctive look. He doesn't look like the rest, but these three people kind of look similar. So I'm thinking this is probably John or whatever until I watched the documentary, which I'm not finished, and found out this cutie pie right here is John without the facial hair. Because John had a beard when he passed away. He had his long hair in his face and bushy beard and everything. And so I couldn't really see his face unless you know about the Beatles, and I really don't really know about the Beatles like that. But my to go back to my point, does this look familiar to you guys? Does this cover look familiar to you guys? I'll give you guys a second to figure out while I look for the picture. I'm just waiting for the picture to come up. All right, that's better. Thank you. Let's share. Share our screen. This photo. So it is very distinctive to the Beatles album, right? And I thought that was so humorous that Suge Knight really came up with the concept of creating Death Row similar to the Beatles album. I really hollered. I was like, "What the hell?" Let me pull it out a little bit because I feel like Suge Knight's face is cut off a little bit. Oh, my eyes ain't that damn good. Nope, nope. I guess it's like that. I don't. Oh, it's the Vibe cover. Let's do this one. That's what that was. This infamous picture, whatever the case may be. I thought it was like their logo or their cover. But I thought that was really hilarious when I was watching the documentary. I said, "Oh, can you see that? You can't see the good." I said, "Oh, he was inspired by the Beatles, I guess." It was pretty interesting to me, and I kind of wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, tell me if you thought that was interesting. All right, let me fix my stuff before I come back and be like, I ain't 60 yet. Go on there, I can still see. But let me tell you, it's been trying. Like this week, as you can tell off of my body language and facial expression, it's been a trying week. Like I have practice now. I go to basketball games and all this stuff, and it's been hot. And I do like personal practice as well. And so this week was really exhausting. It really was, but it was fulfilling. You know what I mean? Um, I can't really complain. I'm just, like I said, a little tired. Acknowledging, self aware, not complaining. Some people didn't wake up this morning. And so we have to acknowledge that. So that was one thing I wanted to share with you guys. Something I notice about myself is I haven't been on Instagram in a minute, and so I'm gonna go over that with you guys in a second, as to why and go through because I haven't checked it in a minute either. I go on it every now and then, but it's really been like a few months or whatever. And so I'd be on YouTube, like, excuse me, scrolling and everything. And sometimes, like, I just be liking stuff. Not even knowing was the topic or whatever. I don't remember what happened today, but I was scrolling and I ended up liking it. And they were talking about, I think they were talking about Michael in a bad light or something. It was just something. But my automatic instinct was to like the video. And so I basically self-diagnosed. No, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I self-diagnosed myself with what did I call it? Like syndrome. Because I just be liking any and everything. I don't know why. It is, and I'm like, it's really getting addictive. Like, I just be giving my likes away. Sorry, I'll be looking at my camera, and I'm really supposed to be looking forward. But anyways, so I just be liking any and everything when I'm supposed to like be paying attention or liking with intention. Um, so I just want you guys to also evaluate yourself. Again, self evaluation and see if you also have like syndrome, okay? Yeah, I can't just be liking any and everything. Okay. I think I already talked to you guys about the police situation. Um how I miss when police used to basically be more manipulative, clever with their investigations. And I can say that's also with oops. Ooh, ooh. I hope I don't. I hope I don't. Okay. That's also with racist people as well. Nowadays it's like they just don't even try anymore. For one, the N word is really not hitting the same. I'm gonna charge this thing goes out really fast. It just doesn't hit the same. The racism just don't hit the same. The N word don't hit the same. They're not clever. They're not, persuasive, manipulative anymore. It's just really bland. You know, I'm really thinking about paying for that $20. It's probably not even $20 anymore. But I'm really thinking about putting in that $20 just so I can let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Oh, it's on my I'm glad and I got so many windows open, my bad. But so I can play my snippets. I really miss my snippets. I can't play them anymore. Um, you got to pay for it. And I'm like, I don't have that many subscribers. Like, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, then yeah, I'll pay for it. But it's not really worth it at this point. I'm not saying I'm not saying you guys are not worth it. I'm just saying it's really not worth it right now. Let me see. Here it is. I want to play this one. This is a new snippet I got. I don't know if I can play it. I don't know if I should play it for you guys, but um, I like this one. I don't know. Maybe I can do it to where you can hear it. But so what I was saying was basically that the racism isn't really hitting like it used to, right? And it used to be a time where if you encounter a racist person, period, let's just say it like that, and there was a decision to make between their truth and your truth, right? And the police have to determine that. Of course, the police are going to lean heavily on their side. However, they were more persuasive. They were able to help build the police report, right, against you. And you're, in most cases, me personally, which I kind of wanted to touch on that too. Me personally, when you're emotionally unaware or emotionally unintelligent, you tend to focus on the wrong thing and lash out in at the wrong time in the wrong manner, right? You, in some cases, in the certain situations, you want to be able to hold it together, keep it together, and focus on the situation and the truth. And if you're going to, throw in a zinger, as they like to say, a lie, um, then you should also be able to navigate that and keep your story straight and focused and without giggling and laughing and keep a straight face. Again, they have it down. They had it down so well that they would manipulate the situation by offering up tears, right? They would sit up there and cry in an instant. And we found that out when they were doing that whole little trend or challenge where they would cry on a dime. How you say it? Like cry at the dime of what, I forgot how you say it. But they were doing that, and we saw how many of those people would cry with ease, and then they would just wipe their tears and like, you know, flawlessly. So they haven't been able to really weaponize that because, for one, we are able to use video footage as evidence of their poor behavior, and they can't really explain it away. Um, and I think that we're starting to wake up to certain behaviors and even ourselves. Again, you have to look within to be able to change what's without or what's on the outside. Um, and so I really, I really am proud of us, those who are attempting to change. Another thing I have noticed is putting the weed in. Like that weed will have us hallucinating and acting irate, low key. I don't know what y'all be smoking on now, but it's really not the thing to do. But I really miss the strong manipulation. I really miss the intelligent racism. I'ma just be real with you. It's not fun anymore.
You were right, Miss Johnson. You were right, Miss Johnson. You were right, Miss Johnson. You were right, Miss Johnson.
I probably shouldn't play that right now because I'm not at my best. I should play it when I'm at my best and looking, a little bit better or whatever. But I haven't even gotten on a scale or anything like that. Like I've been really exhausted. I practiced today and played a game to 11. Um, I let him win. Um, but I'm like really super exhausted. I couldn't play with a good person, a person that's like really good at basketball. I would be dying. My ankles feel like they're jello and stuff. Like I'm really not confident in my ankle. My baby kept saying, uh, "You need to move faster. You need to move faster." I said, "Who the fuck you think I am? I'm moving as fast as I'm gonna move, okay?" In my head. But have y'all seen that Van Latham? Is it Van Latham or Van Lathan? That one before his channel pop blew up, right? He had this one a video of him in the gym, and he was like, in my mind, I was going super fast. I was like, yeah, yeah. And then when I looked at the video, I was like, damn. it had me dying because I can relate to that. Like I be dying. I'm like, I cannot move the way my mind is like, you got this, you can do whatever. Get that. And then when I do it, or if I see it, I'm like, nah, you ain't, it ain't, that ain't it. But the other topic that I wanted to touch on, I don't think it's gonna be a long video. But the other topic I wanted to touch on is basically emotional intelligence. I was watching a video today. It was like two of them today. One where this girl was I don't want really a copyright or anything, but one where this girl was I'll try to put the video in my in my video so y'all can see. But this girl was sorry, I keep saying um this girl went to, she was doing DoorDash, I guess that's what was said, and her boyfriend, I don't know, I guess they found out, she found out that he was working, and she got really pissed off that I mean, not working, she found out he had got some money or something, and she was mad because I really have been watching these videos because he wasn't helping out with the bills or anything. And so she was like, if you're not going to help out with the bills, if you're not going to contribute to the household, then you need to get out my car or whatever. And he was screaming and hollering and like, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't got to get out of nothing. I ain't doing nothing, or whatever the case may have been, right? And so I don't like when StreamYard be doing that. um and he was just screaming and hollering at her. And she was trying to keep it together. Of course, I do think she possibly like got him to that level, and she knew she, you know how you do something to somebody, basically throw rocks and hide your hands. Now, I'm not saying that she's at fault. I'm not saying she's wrong or anything in this situation. All I'm saying is it's a possibility that she antagonized the situation, and then she knew she was recorded, so she was able to hold her composure, because by the end of the video, I watched the full video, that was put out there, and you can see like she was cracking. She was like, you can see her behavior seeping through, and and I can tell that she's not an innocent bystander, right? And in my whole heart of hearts, I was like, girl, please leave. If he's not helping, you don't have to beg a person. You don't have to allow a person to mistreat you or, disrespect you in this manner. And I was thinking, this person is at the level of your self esteem, because a person with high self esteem would not put up with this. It wouldn't even be a thought of allowing something like that, right? And I was scrolling again, and Kiki Palmer little episode with Oprah popped up, and basically Oprah said the same thing, and I basically copied and pasted the video onto that what do you call it, short, right, that video. And it was like, hopefully she see it, because you need to build up your self-esteem, of course, especially when you're young, in your young 20s, teens, and all that stuff, and you know who you are. Like, you are a good person, you're intelligent, kind, and all these things, but it is life experience, your experience with other people, that will break down your self-esteem, break down your confidence, break down um, your sense of awareness, who you are. And then you have to get back to that point, and not really, you have to build it up so strong to where nobody could break it. And it's a possibility, yes, that other people can come in and gaslight you, but again, you, once you become, I don't know if the word is self-sufficient, but to a point where if somebody were to say something to you, that you know yourself so well that you're like, girl, please, and you wouldn't have that person around you. But either way it goes, I was thinking about how the man was behaving, and I was thinking to myself, for one, he knew she started recording. He still continued on that behavior. I think, for one, I was watching. I'm trying to give you guys background before I get into what my point is. I watched a video recently, and the girl, it was Pop the Balloon, right? And I'm gonna put the video in, and the guy said, "Oh, I don't think I'm really that interested in you because of your shoes. I don't like your shoes or whatever." And she got upset, I guess. She got upset and start spewing out other stuff, like talking about him. Oh, I don't want to date no guy that's a gangbanger. You got this bandana shirt on or whatever. And I don't think it was that, but she was. My point is, I think the next guy, he he excuse me, he said something. He said, I don't like the way you laugh. you know. Now, I do think that's a far reach and that's cool. You don't have to, I get it. It's really some petty stuff where it's get back and girls talk about, well, you're not really that tall. I like guys that's 6 feet. So they're kind of doing this whole back and forth thing, and that's cool. Y'all do what y'all do. I really don't care. I'm really not interested. Like, to me, oh, I'm into. I want attention, of course. I want someone to want me, and I want them, and we build together. However, the way I am in my life, how I am in my life, I really don't care to entertain. Like, first of all, I would like to be entertained for one, but also I don't want to entertain. Like, I don't feel like trying to make you laugh, I just want to be normal. Like, it has to be natural. And I don't know if, I don't want to say that because I don't want to speak negativity into existing, but whatever the case may be, right? But the way you guys are dating, let me get back on topic. The way you guys go about dating is very, um, I don't want to curse either, but it's not productive at all. Um, and I don't think it's helpful in the dating scene the way you guys are going about it. Like, I told you guys about this. Like, this guy, my mom was trying to hook me up with this guy, and I finally ran into him, I guess, whatever. And I wasn't at my best or whatever, but he was really treating me like I was on Pop the Balloon or something. Well, how many kids you got? You got a job? What you do? Da, da, da. And giving me the whole rundown. And based off of my life resume, and you have to think about it like that, right? Like, giving out your resume for dating, my life resume was better than his. I'll say it again just in case y'all didn't hear me. I heard the muffler. My life resume was better than his. Now, mind you, he gave me his Instagram. He was trying to get my number, and I really didn't. Like, I wasn't in a place that I just moved like a week prior to seeing him, and I was like, I don't want to first move and then have someone over or be focused on someone in my life. I wasn't in that space. I didn't have the capacity to deal with that and unpack and put my house the way I want it. And my house is still not the way I want it, and I've been here for a year. But either way it go, I didn't like how he gave me the rundown for one, and then by the end of it, his resume was 4 kids. He was a truck driver or something, and then when he he went onto my Instagram for me to follow him. He didn't follow me back, and yes, I do believe in mutual following. In some cases, like if I'm out meeting you and I know you like that, like we see each other or whatever the case may be, and um, then I looked on his Instagram. He's at the club, and there's a bunch of women around him, but I don't really think he's with the women. He's just taking pictures around women that's standing around. You know, it was kind of weird, but then again, it was like a bunch of red flags for me. I don't really want a guy that's in the club. I don't really want a truck driver, even though they make good money because truck drivers have bad reputation. Um, the other thing was he had 4 kids, like I said, and I was like, well, that's plus one, plus one. And I was like, absolutely not. And, at the time, and I don't really know, whatever happens, happens. But I probably want more kids. I don't know. And I just was like, nah, that's too much. That's too much responsibility for me on my plate. And so I wasn't interested. I was instantly turned off. And then he wasn't he wanted to be the girl. Like that's another thing. Y'all be wanting girls to chase y'all, and I'm not thirsty. I'm very I'm very hydrated. That's the word, not parched. I'm very hydrated. If I need to get my rocks off, I know where the water fountain is, and she's flushed. Okay. Anyway, so my point is, let me get. I went way off. I went all the way to Virginia with it, but my point is, she basically lashed out on the guys that was not interested in her, right? And I feel like sometimes when we're in that situation where we feel like we're being put on the spot, where we feel like we're being embarrassed, that we tend to lash out in a negative way, right? Um, and say a whole bunch of things that if we were calm and in our right mindset, that we would not normally say. That goes back to my other point that when you know who you are and you are comfortable with yourself, no one's able to get you out that space. Now, is it perfect? No. There's some off days, there's some good days. Like I went on a channel and I'm cool or whatever. And most recently, because I'm not in the right headspace, I was easily irritated. And so, my behavior was not normal. It was a little irritated. I didn't really curse anybody or something, but I was really irritated. I was easily irritated. And so even when I was on the channel before, like earlier, I don't want to say in my career, but earlier before, um, I used to really feel like, oh, this person is talking about me. They're putting me on the spot, and I would lash out, oh, F you, you stupid, da, 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 saying a bunch of nothing. Just being just being ignorant, not even silly, just saying a whole bunch of stupid stuff. And I'll tell you one thing, being able to, for one, realize that they are gaslighting you, they are creating this uncomfortable space for you, and uh, separating myself for a moment to get myself together, to have peace, uh, to get to know myself and be comfortable with being by myself. I think that helped a lot. I think that helped a lot. You know, I just like being by myself. You know, it doesn't really take a lot of effort to be by myself. When you're with somebody, you gotta take a lot of effort. It's really sad. I don't feel like doing all that. Not right now. I just don't. But anyways, and so when I interact with someone, like again, I don't like people that try to, and I think that's the thing that I'm working on now. But I don't like the I don't like when people try to play with my intelligence and make it seem like whatever we're talking about really didn't happen, and that kind of triggers me. And like I said, I'm working on that. Um, and I think those are some things that people need to figure out what triggers you and try to work on because it's really not, like Oprah said, it's really not the person, it's you. Like you need to figure that out for yourself. What is it about you that's causing this attraction? I for one too, right? For one, I stopped because I don't want to use that word, but I'm very aggressive. Like I realized I've accepted a lot of things about myself. Okay. I used to be very defensive about the word insecure. Oh, you're such an insecure person. And I've accepted, yes, I am. That is what it is. Okay. I've been slighted a lot. So it's caused insecurity. Um, but what was I gonna say? I'm very aggressive when it comes to liking someone or whatever, right? If I am interested in you, I'll go after you, right? now I'm like, I don't want to get in nobody's face, because every time I put myself out there, or what my friend like to call put my hand in a jar, cookie jar, I pick up shit. Like I pick up shit, you know? And I feel like, yes, my experience with people has made me stronger and self aware. However, the breakup is hard. It's really nasty and I don't really like it. So I rather just be like, I'm good. And I don't want to go out there like, I'm interested in a person right now. Like, I'm really interested in this person. But and I don't really know them like that. I just saw them, right? But I don't even know how to approach the situation. I don't know if the person's married, got a girlfriend or something like that. And I don't want to, because I'm like, whoever I date or whoever I get involved with next, they have to approach me. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. And if that means I'll just be single for the rest of my life, because what I feel like is, and what the whole gaslight situation is, oh, I wasn't really interested in you like that. You approached me. And of course, men will take anything. Men will take anything. And so I'm over it. I'm so over it. I'm not interested in putting myself out there like that. You know, I'm open. I'm not closed off, but I'm not going to chase after you, be a man for you. I'm not. I may look like my daddy, but I'm not a man. But but going back to my point, I think, yeah, people, we all need to do some self evaluation so that we can figure out, what triggers us, so that we don't get triggered and overreact. Like some people on the pop the balloon, some people in life, period, even younger people, they're able to be self aware and be accepting, be able to accept rejection and stuff. Because, like I said, when you're on camera, I don't even want to say television, but on camera in front of a bunch of people, because let's just say the camera's not there and it's just a few people there, you're still going to be embarrassed and you might say something that's not, something you would normally say, or you would react out of character. That's really what it is. And I've done it so much that I've realized, yeah, I realized why I did it. I'm like, I was embarrassed. I felt like I was being put on the spot. And and it was like only a month and a half or something ago where I felt like, even like, I'm telling you, when I say I am working on myself, I'm like, why do I keep reacting like that? For one, I feel like I'm being put on the spot. I'm embarrassed. Even when I don't like talking on the phone, right? Because I feel like every conversation I have, of course, I enjoy arguing. I enjoy debating. I enjoy, the back and forth, the banter and everything. I don't want to say confrontation. That's not the correct term, because it's in light. It's light fun. Nothing really serious. But in certain conversations, like I had a conversation with this one particular person, I have this conversation with this one particular person, and I really get like really hot. Not a good hot. It's like really, like I feel tensed. I feel uncomfortable, and I'm trying to figure out, why do I feel like that? For one, I evaluate it and I say, well, I don't want to jeopardize my relationship with this person. I don't want to say anything to trigger this person. I don't want to cause a rift, because when I was younger, I had no problem in burning bridges. Like I will set that thing ablaze in no problem, no, in no time. I really didn't even. I really intentionally burnt bridges because I didn't want to be anybody. I didn't want to be around people like that. I didn't trust people like that. I didn't. I just did not care. Like I feel like it wasn't my doing per se. Of course, it was my actions, but I needed to be by myself. Like, I needed to be by myself. And I don't want to put it out there because some people don't believe or whatever, but I truly believe God put it in a place where things needed, like, people need to get out of my life so I could, you know, have some self awareness, do some self evaluation and stuff. And like, things have been lighter. Things have been lighter. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm still working on things. And I think that's the next thing. I'm even in therapy, I'm unpacking things from I want to start doing that. Like, I want to start unpacking things from my childhood that possibly led me to this place in life, right? I want to figure out like what is wrong. you know, I don't have long conversation. I'm very socially awkward, you know. And I to be honest, I feel like whatever conversation I may have, it may go left all the time. And I don't feel like I'm in a space where I can just be myself and have my own opinion without there being, oh, you're a dumbass, like, that's not true. That's not how it's supposed to be. Like, but I'm learning to just say, like, if I'm wrong, I can accept that I'm wrong, you know. But if I don't think the way that you think, I'm not going to. I'm very bullheaded when it comes to that. Like, I'm unless there's some evidence to support what you're saying. I just, if it's just my own point of view, my fundamental values or whatever, and you just don't agree with it, I'm quick to say, well, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. And I'm not here. I'm done with trying to convince a person. I used to do that a lot, like trying to convince. But anyways, so I think if we were to do that, I think trying to work on, instead of trying to work on how many niches we can get, how many dudes can pay our bills or whatever the case that y'all got going on here. Um, I don't think really none of us are in a place to be dating. Like, it's a lot of dysfunctional people out here. And I think we need to really work on ourselves. So that's my little tidbit for the week. I want to go through my Instagram real quick because I haven't been on it in a minute, and I'm pretty sure they didn't save all of them. You know, I could go through those whole little news stories and stuff, but I don't want to. I don't want to be sad about really nothing. You know what I mean? Did he cut his hair? I thought he lost weight too. Charles Nickel. But anyways, hold on a second. Because let's just be clear, okay? Let's just be clear. I know I gained some weight. That cheesecake. That cheesecake. I only eat cheesecake, once a month, but it's really kicking my butt. And I really can't. Yeah, this week, I really was thinking, I don't want it no more. I just want it to dry up already. But it's so many, how you say, like, it's so many cons um to not having it. Menopause, if I find somebody, they may want to get married or something, and I'm just like, I don't really want it no more though. May want to have more kids, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't really want it no more, to be honest. So, but I'm telling you, it's that too. I just been going through it, child. But anyways, let me go on my Instagram. I just know that Okay, so I got like 100. Let me go to mine because I don't want to mess up my stuff. Can I go to my profile? Jesus, 91 and 901. I'm surprised. I'm gonna be real. I was at 60 something for a long time. I was really pissed. You know what? I get a lot of comments about now that I'm looking at my profile. I get a lot of comments about this scripture. They be like, and you are a Christian. Let me look at John 15:19. First of all, hold on. Let me look at this one because I don't like looking at the James version, King James version. I'm gonna be real with you. It's annoying. Um, and I'm just like, what does that have to do with my point of view in life? Like, you gonna try to guilt trip me because I have a scripture in my description box? Like, so that means what? I'm a sinner, a proud sinner. Okay. What did not TD Jakes. What did I done forgot that man's name. That singer. What's his name? Donnie McClurkin. What he say? A sin is just no, what is it? Is it a sin? It's just the something who fell down and got up. Get back up again, get back up again, get back up again, get back. You can get back up again, get back up. You can get back up again. For a sinner's chance. Is it sinner? Who fell down and got up. Okay, I be bumping that. Like, I sure am a sinner. But the whole point is you got to get back up again, okay? That's the thing. Is it 15:16? Which was it? 15:19. Okay. Okay. So let me share this one. So it's saying if right? If you were a part of the world would be fond of what is its own. Now, because you are no part of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, for this reason the world hates you. And this goes to my name. it just it comes all together, you know. It's not that I'm undesirable because plenty of people want to. Okay, of course, I'm a woman. That's easy. That's easy. They wanna. But that's not the reason why I have that name. Not because I dislike myself or there's some dislike with self. It's because I'm not a part of this world and I don't have the same viewpoint as this world. I'm not in agreement with this world. You know, what I do, people who are demonic, you know, they wouldn't have my point of view, you know? And I have a lot of, I don't know how to call it. Like, I don't know what to call it. I have a lot of opinions that's not like minded. You know, of course, when things are obvious, like the young boy who passed away, who was taken out because of he was accused of stealing water and all this stuff, you know. Of course, it's wrong. I totally agree. But when you evaluate, however, when you evaluate the situation and you also take into consideration the young boy had a weapon, we don't know. Of course, it's wrong that they chased him. We don't know if he pointed it and all this stuff, right? He has every right to, well, it said it's illegal because he was a minor. However, I think, they should be able, they are in some states to bear arms if it's hunting or something, whatever the case may be. But when you take all that stuff into consideration, you have to think, well, he didn't even have any money on him. I really don't like the situation because there is no proof as to what happened that day, right? We don't know if they stole his money, planted a weapon on him. We don't know for sure. That's why I'm quick to say, like, was there DNA on it, and all the stuff. Um, um, but my opinion may differ from others, right? I'm not saying he deserved to pass away over water. I'm saying that he should never have had a weapon. I'm saying that it was highly inappropriate for him to go into a store without any money with the intent to or whatever the case may be. But it doesn't warrant you know eating someone. Um, so I usually get a lot of ish talking about my point of view, get called names and everything, and that's cool. I don't wake up every day for you guys to like me, for real, for real. And that's another thing I wish people would learn is stop trying to wake up every day for likes. I, I don't really care. I don't care. I don't care. Let me see. I can even show my other. I ain't been on there in a minute, so I don't care. I can even show my other Instagram, right? What's this? I don't know what this is. I usually send videos back and forth to myself. 25 weeks, right? It's been 25 weeks since it's. I don't know how long it's been since I've been on. Did I even show you that? Like, it's been a minute since I've been on. Not 25 weeks. 25 weeks? 25. How many is that? How many is that? Four? What's the closest? 6 months? I don't think it's been 6 months. I don't think it's been 6 months. But it's probably been two, if anything. It's been a long time. I don't know who this is. What the hell? Mind you, my page is public, right? I don't know why she think I'm gay. I'm not gay, girl. This is weird. Well, best of luck to your friend. But anyways, let's get into these notifications and all this stuff. I don't think they're gonna have all of them, but let's see. At least he didn't fart. Oh, that's the Michael video. Men teaching women how to take men for everything. This dude was talking about child support. He said, well, if you marry him, you better be the first one to file for child support. Because if he got another girl pregnant, she can file for child support and she'll get more than you, or something like that. I don't remember. But I tell you one thing, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. hold on a second. I wanted to do something real quick. And I ain't got no hands on. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay. So, let's see. Anything interesting? We talk around ponder. Okay. Um, members of the public who were simply sitting in front row. Uh huh. So you not calling Lisa on this one? Uh huh. It ain't nothing interesting. I just don't feel like it anymore. I don't want to be on Instagram anymore. I could do the same thing on YouTube, and I just don't support it. I don't know why you guys support Instagram. Should I? Could I? What is it? Why am I not disabling or deactivating my page? I don't want to. I worked hard for those freaking 92 followers. I worked freaking hard, you know. Use the 14 too. I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at. You know, it ain't 80,000, it ain't 800,000, but shoot, I really worked hard for 90 something, and probably 10 of those people are my friends. But I don't think I'll probably upload anything. I'll probably upload the like I said, the video, everything I did for this year. I still haven't gotten down to my goal yet. Like I know it's gonna take some time though. I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm not gonna even allow it. It's just not my year right now. I'm just trying to find what's interesting. Trying to find something. Oh, him farting. Um, him farting. I don't know. Y'all so damn dirty and foul. What's this? Oh Lord. What is this? Delete, bitch. Like she that thirsty? Leave me alone. See, it done messed up my thing. Okay. Yeah, going away. Anyways, uh, he didn't say the mother charged him rent. He willfully helped her. The other thing is, so she taught him responsibility. I bet you he'll never be late on his rent. Oh, that's what I'm dirty for? I guess. I guess. Oops, my brain. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna show me. It's probably gone. Okay. Um, yeah, it's like I'm not gonna sit here and argue. Y'all go watch the video. I'm not gonna argue about it. He willfully gave his mama money, tried to help her out. I don't know If she told him that the rent was $3,000 or whatever the hell amount it was, and he shot her some money, and then found out she was on Section 8, and her rent was only like $20 or something, and so he was pissed off. Like, okay, and we're supposed to be mad about what? Mm, 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 mm. The look in asking God why her Jesus. You are what's wrong with this world by. Uh, is it not the absent father? Like, so what are you talking about? I'm what's wrong by point out the obvious, like point out good deeds. I'm wrong, but not the absent fathers. He's giving y'all the answer. I don't know. Oh, F. Hope you learned something from this. I probably didn't. Let's see what it is. I probably didn't. Always take someone with you to the hospital. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They was taking people's organs, supposedly. I wasn't there, but supposedly. So I'm just going through this. I haven't been on here in some time, and I probably won't come back on here either. Oh fuck. Okay. Of course it is. These are authority figures. Huh? Oh yeah. I like this dude's videos. He's funny. He's funny. Um, I was trying to see who my followers were. Okay, that's it. It really wasn't nothing. A bunch of likes and small comments. I used to get it a lot. Let's look at my comment here. This is why I stopped. This is why I stopped. So it's been like 10 weeks because it was around this time. It was around this time. 10 weeks. What's that? 2 months? Like I said, I'm not getting on none of this. So I think this is one of my. I want to go down. But anyways, so I'm gonna go to my profile and try to figure out who started following me. I think it's a bunch of fake pages though. I'm gonna get my I'm gonna hook my speaker up and everything so I can use my PC because this thing I would just had it in my brain. The thing is so slow. I don't know who this person is. I don't know who this person is. But I don't know who this is. Who this child? I don't even know how to say his name. I'm good. Who this? Wasn't it just 102? I mean 92. I mean I don't know. I do be getting a lot of foreigners too. It just be fake accounts, child. Well, if this is our if this them over there, you know I'm not with them. I'm not with them in the White House, okay? I may live out here, but I'm not with them. I don't know who this is. It's weird. I don't like people following me like with these type of pages. What can I say? What can I do? And they probably think I'm a man. It's kind of weird. They probably think I'm a man. What? I don't like when people don't have pictures and stuff. It's really weird. I forgot where I left off at. I don't know this person. I don't know this person. And you know what? I'm so nervous to say anything because this may be family member, whoever this is. My type, you know. But anyways, so that's it. That's pretty much it. No new nobody. Huh? I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why I went down. That's weird. I don't even know who this is. I don't know who this is, child. Is he a cook? What's up with the pants, dog? What's up with the pants? Well, I appreciate him following me. I don't know who that is. And nor do I care. But okay, guys, that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to just go through my stuff and see whatever we've been missing. I guess we ain't been missing nothing. We ain't been missing nothing. Ain't nothing on Instagram. It's more entertaining on YouTube, but I hope you guys detox away from it and be able to, you know, be content with not allowing people, you know, especially these corporations, to disrespect you. I'm not dealing with it though. It's very easy for me. It's very easy. It's more easier than not having sex. It's more easier than not smoking weed. Like it's so easy. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for tonight. I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll hit you guys with another video soon, hopefully. Hopefully when my hair is looking better than this and I look a little bit better. But again, if I don't get my eyebrows done, see, I could be cash apping me, but you know, if you want to, you could. I'm not gonna beg. I just came here to enjoy you guys' company, you know. But I'll hit you guys up with another video soon. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really do appreciate you guys. I'll hit you guys up later. Good night. Bye. Love you.